Hello everyone, welcome to another video on this channel. We're going to take a look at Tesla again, and especially when and where to buy the stock again. I received many questions from you guys asking me when was the right time to buy again. Now in this video we're going to take a look at that. First of all, little recap. I really like Tesla for day trading purposes because it always moves as you kind of could expect if you look at the technicals. So we had, for example, the break below the 20-day moving average, which was the start of the downward move after the earnings. Then it was also the support was another great opportunity to sell here. And we had the support of the 50-day that got broken right here and was again a signal to sell. And now we are looking at where will this end and when could we buy the stock again. So one of the most important zones, and I talked about this one already in a previous video, is the previous low of this whole run up that started basically in May. Zooming out more, actually started in the beginning of this year, but it was this bottom right here at the end of June. It was at 240.70 and 240.85. So basically the 240 is absolutely critical for the stock, and if we're going to break that, we can expect even lower stock price for Tesla. We still, for example, have a small gap here, and naturally that gap might then be closed, and then it would mean that from this point on we could still fall back to at least 234 if we break the 240. Now the first buying opportunity then of course would be around the 240s, so you can put some orders there, and of course trading on small stop losses. If it breaks, you can then decide, you know what, I'm out of this trade again, I'm going to sell again. But at the 240 could be really strong support for the stock. Also looking back, it has been a zone where the stock has moved around quite a lot. For example, right here it was important zone. Eventually we broke out of it again and we broke above the 300. So it's an important level to watch for the stock in general. Now if we're going to move lower, where could another buying point be then? Well, I will be looking at the weekly candles, and then you could see that there's a point right here at the orange line. It's the 20 week. It's at 221 right now, and it has also been critical support in the past. For example, here it was support. Eventually it broke, but it was support for a while. And also on this whole run up right here, it was support. Right here, it was then resistance again, but it turned into support back then. So the 20 week is always an important level to watch as well. We also got the 50 week and the 200 week even there around the 200. So naturally, you'll be looking at anywhere between 200 and 220. So yeah, it still could go down a little bit from this point on, but for now the 240 is the big zone, and then the 220 if we're going to break any lower. So keep in mind about that. Now on the long term, what could the resistance be? Now if we're going to start to move up again, let's say today we're up pre-market a little bit because of the CPI. Let's say markets are moving into the right direction again, moving up, then we of course will be looking at the 50-day again. It's currently at 256. That will be a new point of resistance. Also, of course, the 20 days. So a zone between the 256 and the 265 right now is gonna be huge resistance. Now that will come down if the stock will continue to come down, but that is definitely the level to watch. And I would love to say that especially the 20-day is absolutely key for Tesla. It has been great support right here at the end of June, the 240 zone, and then also in the past it has been great support and then resistance again. So Tesla, always check that 20-day moving average, especially when you trade, for the next couple of weeks. You could really look at that point and say, okay, that might be a good point when I enter now on the 240 or 242 and it goes through that orange area and it doesn't break, it might be a new selling point again. Or when it breaks, you can open a new long position on the technical breakout. It depends a little bit on your risk appetite, but definitely watch the 20-day. And as you can see, there's a lot of proof for the stock that this level is the most important level to watch if you want to, day trade or week trade the stock. Now, let's say we are able to break that 20-day moving average at 265. We will be looking at, and I've been saying this many, many times, the biggest bull flag on the stock market. It's still here, and it's still existent. If you look at it right now, we have now four zones where the stock did not break out of, and it's from November 2021, January 2022, March 2022, and we now had a new one in July 2023. Now this whole flag is now at around 290. So that will come down every time. So once we break the 20-day, we might get a new attempt to go to the bull flag, which is then at around 290. So a break of 265 will open up the way to the 290. And then, yeah, we might have our fifth attempt of breaking out of that area, out of that bull flag. And then still, if we are going to break that in, let's say, the next couple of months, I wouldn't say it will be an immediate free pass to the 400s. No, there are still many other levels of resistance, especially, of course, the 300, the previous high we had. And then this zone is also an important one. So the 312, where we had this triple top. So still for Tesla, I think a lot of resistance. It really needs a lot of strength to move much higher, but why not? It has proven to do it in the past. Now the market climate is a little less positive. We've seen a few big down days for the Nasdaq and the S&P. If that turns, it could quickly move up again. Please watch the 20-day. Also watch, of course, the support. There still is at the 240. Those are the key levels for the next couple of days. In the comments, please let me know what you think about the stock. Are we going to break below the 240 and potentially hit 220 or 200 again? Or do you expect that we are going to break to the upside again and attack the 20-day moving average? Let me know in the comments. Also, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. And then I hope to see you all the next video.